What up, people? My name is Louis Lee from All Ends Media, and I'm the host of Plan and Traffic. And this is a pre-recorded video that we did a couple of weeks ago with Stacey David from Trucks. You probably know her from Trucks. And these are behind-the-scenes, on-the-screen, live event that we did. And I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy this. Please like, share, hit the little bell on YouTube, and leave some comments. Tell me what you think. We do this every Thursday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. If you go back and look at the YouTube channel, you can see all the other famous guests that we've had on. We've had car builders, manufacturers, anything to do with automotive. So check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, peace.
There we go. Nice.
Oh man, this is like 2 years of trying to get your face on the screen.
This is great. I had to get a new computer just to do this.
Wow. Oh man, we appreciate you. Okay, everybody, this is Stacey David, the most famous TV guy that we all grew up on.
Yeah, sure.
What's going on, man? How's everything?
Going well, man. Going well. Now that we got the cameras up working, I was listening to your El Camino conversation. Loving that.
Oh, yeah. We go everywhere. We were talking about drums just before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never know where we end up.
Yeah.
So Terry was talking about your station wagon that you built a while back. And he's go ahead, Terry.
No, we were talking about the other week, Stacey. Remember? I solely blame you for the whole station wagon craze. Because I said to him, if ever there was one question I have to ask you, man. What did you do with that station wagon? Do you still own that station wagon? Because I love that. What year was it? 73 or 74?
It was a 73.
I love that wagon.
Holly's the one that owns that wagon. But what we did all that, put carburetors on an LS, and that thing was rocking.
Yeah,
that was, an awesome deal.
I remember the episode. You had your little paint, with the little chips.
Do you remember the kids that were in the back that are throwing around?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, those were two of my daughters, and then other people. And I actually I had the dogs too, but you can throw kids around, but you can't throw animals around.
No, you get more trouble with the animals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Every time I talk to anybody and I tell them, Stacey David, everybody has a story that they seen one of your shows and it inspired them to do something, or a color. Like I painted my motorcycle copper from the copperhead.
Yeah.
And everybody I talk to, they have a story about you.
Well, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. It means a lot. That's really. Like I was telling Terry the other day, that's the whole reason for doing this stuff, for me anyway, because there's we just did this show on, I got my cheetah back from paint, and there was we had a Hispanic group of kids work on it, and they restore bicycles, and they do like the chopper bicycles and stuff.
Nice. It's like in California, yeah.
Yeah, and the guy, he got them off the street, and they're out there in Nebraska, and they just have this group, and he's teaching them how to work on bicycles, and he's teaching them life skills and that kind of thing. And so they did some of the sanding work on the frame and the chassis of this car. Of course, they were all excited because they've just worked on bicycles. And all of a sudden, this crazy thing rolls in. And I was like, I told people, I was like, that means so much to me to have their DNA on that car, because they're the future hot rodders. These guys are 12, 13, 15, 16 years old, and I just think it's cool, I wish I'd had a chance to work on a car like that when I was a kid.
Yeah. I wish I had a bike to work on like that. Some of those bikes are over the top.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have my
so you've made it when you have your own die-cast car. Check that out.
Nice. Yeah.
Sergeant Rock.
Yeah.
Now, when you build a car and you get your own model or a little car here, man, you done made it.
Yeah.
All I get is rock chips on my cars.
Yeah.
So how'd you get into doing the actual toys?
You know something? We did we've got a company that we work with called Acme. It used to be GMP. Greenlight is the one that's doing the Sergeant Rock stuff. And we finally have a Copperhead coming out.
Oh, yeah.
People have been asking for that for years.
Yeah.
And we've got that one. We're going to do the Rat Roaster and several others. The Cheetah will be one. And then I'd really like to do Sergeant Rock in the big, 1/24th scale.
Mm-hmm.
But they're so expensive because I'm a stickler for details, and I want really nicely done details, and they're $300 or $400, and not a lot of people are going to buy those.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I think Copperhead might sell, man.
Copperhead, yeah.
Copperhead would.
Yeah.
I went in. I went to a show one time, and a guy comes up to me with a Copperhead die-cast in a package with my face on it and my name on it.
Really?
And I'm like, where did you get these? He said, I had them made.
Oh, yeah?
And he had some made and had them in the package.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, well, that's like illegal. But, I mean, it's flattering. But I got one of them. I've got it sitting there on my shelf. And I told it to, I sent it to the guys that does our die-cast. And I said, you think you probably ought to do these, when guys are bootlegging them?
Yeah.
Which one's going to be original? Can you imagine? You go and put it out now, and you're the knockoff.
Yeah, we did it. Well, go ahead.
Where is Copperhead? Do you still have it, or?
It's down in Texas. I sold that thing about 14, 15 years ago, and I completely lost track of it because it went through a couple of hands, and it just kind of disappeared. And the reason it did is that the guy that owns it never goes to car shows. He just drives his grandkids around in it. They go get ice cream with it.
Yeah.
And he's got Copperhead, and he knows what he's got, and he's got plenty of money, so he doesn't need any of that kind of stuff. So finally, just this last year, I was reunited with it. The guys at LMC, hooked up with them, and so we saw it in Texas. And it was pretty cool to see it. I mean, the truck is literally untouched.
Really?
It still has the same tires on it.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
He's probably put 2,000 miles on it in 15 years, which is not good. I'd like to see him drive it more, but it's kind of odd because, I've always been a stickler for that kind of thing. Like if I had the Bullet Mustang, I'd drive the crap out of that thing.
Oh, no doubt.
Right.
But you don't dare, and so he's the sort of guy. It's like, well, it's Copperhead. I don't want to change what you did to it. I'm like, oh, come on. There's more.
That's why you built it.
Make it yours. Whatever.
Yeah, you built it to drive, though. That's the difference.
Yeah. But there were people tossing some pretty good money around, talking about what it's worth and everything. But I don't care about that. I just want to see it used and see it driven. And the guy that owns it, he's really cool about it. He'll never sell it. He's passing it down to his kids, and they love it. Good. Put it this way: he has a company where he has 210 big rigs.
Wow.
And they do pipeline, fuel pipelines and stuff, oil pipeline.
Yeah.
Up in Canada, and they do all this stuff. Every one of his trucks is painted Copperhead orange.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Well, that went to the right place. Right place.
So PPG, and that's become his color. When he retired, he invited us to the party, and they have a special drink called Copperhead. Yeah, so I'm like, he's pretty serious about it.
Yeah.
They serve them in those cups like mojitos. The hand.
Oh yeah.
Cup. Yeah. Cool.
Dude, that is like crazy. I love it.
So anyway,
at the same time, you did a purple Jeep. No, it was the Bronco, right?
The Bronco. Yeah.
I remember that. You still have that one?
No, Crazy Horse is around. It's I just got an email from a guy, about 6 months ago that just bought it. And the guy that I sold it to had it all these years, and he went to all the shows, and he just finally retired it and sold it. Is that your cat? I just saw that tail moving around there.
He's crazy. No, because I remember those episodes very well because each one of them came with a guitar.
Okay, people, I'd like to thank Stacey David, man, for showing up at Playing in Traffic. It was a great interview. And if you want to see the rest of the interview, you have to go check it out on YouTube, Playing in Traffic Show. It's an easy another hour left of the interview. So please go check it out. Please share it, like it, hit the little bell, subscribe. You know how it go. All right, if you don't like it, hit the down thumb twice. Peace.